Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. We do everything beauty and makeup, and that includes new eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palettes are my favorite makeup. I especially love indie makeup, so whenever an indie brand that I love releases a palette, I immediately want to add it to my collection, and that is exactly the case for today's palette. And this is from Cosmic Beauty, used to be called Cosmic Brushes, and this is the Lovers palette. So this is their newest release. This was their Valentine's Day release. It is actually the day after Valentine's Day that I'm filming this video. I'm going to be getting ready to run a Valentine's Day wine themed 5K, so we're gonna do a fun look for that. You'll get to see my cute little ensemble once I get dressed for the run, but I'm really excited to try out the Lovers palette. So again, this is from Cosmic Beauty, which is an indie makeup brand. This palette is extremely affordable. The shipping is a little bit pricey, so whenever I order, I try to order more than one palette or some of their other products to make the shipping worthwhile, but I could not pass this palette up. So if you're excited to see a full tutorial review of the Cosmic Beauty The Lovers palette, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. Down in the description box, I will link the Cosmic Beauty Lovers palette. I will also have my favorite beauty subscription boxes, all of the makeup that I'm wearing today if you would like to shop the completed look, discounts to my favorite indie brands, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. So let's talk about the Lovers palette. I'll zoom you in and we'll create an eye look. So again, this is a 20 pan eyeshadow palette, and the color story of this is very beautiful. It is very springy, very Valentine's Day-esque. Before I show you close-ups, this shade here called Communication actually came broken when my palette was delivered. I was able to press it back into place, but we've got quite a dip going because at least a quarter of the shade was shattered all over the palette. You can actually see some remnants up here on the mirror. I did reach out to Cosmic Beauty. I did pay for the route shipping. Highly recommend paying the extra couple dollars for that. I've actually had to use that insurance a couple of times. I was able to use the route insurance and they actually refunded me for the entire eyeshadow palette. I had the option of getting a new one or getting a refund. I went ahead and did the refund because, like I said, I was able to press it into place enough that I can still use it, and it is a stunningly beautiful shade. So I'm glad that I'm still going to get some use out of the shade Communication. So like I said, this is a very Valentine's Day springy leaning palette. So the first two rows are definitely more pink, peachy leaning. They're a little bit more on the neutral side. And then the second two rows have your greens and your blues, some cool tones, some warm tones. I love that we have light mattes, mid-tone mattes, deep mattes. The shimmers are stunning. Cosmic Beauty makes amazing mattes and amazing shimmers. I love that there's so many black base shimmers in this palette to give some sultriness, to give a little bit of that Lovers ethereal look. The swatches of this palette are incredible. I cannot wait to put this on my eyes. So let me go ahead and zoom you in and let's get started. So I have went ahead and primed my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. That is the eyeshadow base that I always use. And because I'm doing a Valentine's Day themed run, I'm going to stick mainly on the pinky side, but I am going to pop, I think, this really fun kind of teal on my lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and start with the shade called Attraction, which is this beautiful pink. And I'm going to basically use that as a transition shade. I'm going to pop that into my crease and pull that a little bit above my crease. I do have slightly hooded eyes, so if I pull my transition crease shade up a little bit, I can actually see that when my eyes are open. So I'm just going to buff that into my crease, and again, a little bit above my crease. This is actually a really pretty shade. It's pink, but it also has a bit of a lavender kind of purple base to it. It is going on beautifully. I can layer this really well, blend this out very easily. I'm actually going to leave just that shade in my crease. I feel like it gave enough depth, enough color to be a standalone crease shade, but I do want to deepen up my outer corner, and I'm going to go into the shade Harmony, which is kind of the purpley, deep kind of eggplant shade. And because I only did one matte in my crease, I'm going to pop this on my outer corner. Wow, look how pretty that is. And I'm actually going to pull that over about a third of the way, a little over a third of the way into my crease. That was one tap in to that shade. Insane. And then I'm going to pick up the light pink matte called Unconditional, and I'm actually going to use that to kind of buff out the edges and diffuse those mattes together. So incredibly beautiful. I mean, stunning mattes. Purples are hard to formulate, and look how perfect that laid down, and that was one tap in. As always, going in with the NYX glitter glue. I really want to use this kind of black base multi-chrome called Connection. It has a little bit of a purple flip and a gold flip, even like a titch of a green. Look how beautiful that is. I'm going to pick that up on my finger. We will also test out a brush, application method of a brush with these shimmers, but I'm going to place this all over my lid with the exception of the outer corner and the very inner corner. Because this is a multi-chrome, it's going to look like I have more than one shimmer on my lid. I love that for me. It makes it so easy. And look at that. Wow, that is gorgeous. Then I'm going to go into this multi-chrome down here called Companion, and this is a pink to gold to peachy shift, and I'm going to pop that right on my inner portion of my lid, and I'm even going to use that as my inner corner highlight. So pretty. It just adds that pop of lightness and brightness to my inner corner. I'm obsessed. It's so incredibly beautiful. And like I said, I want to use the teal shade called Partnership. I'm going to pick that up and buff that on my lower lash line, staying pretty close to my lash line, kind of as if I was applying a liner. That just gives me this fun kind of pop of teal, and I absolutely love, love, love how that looks. I wish I had more than two eyes because I can see so many fun looks with this green side. I want to keep using the mattes and shimmers, but wow, this is so easy to create. This is so beautiful, so simple. Let me go ahead and do liner and mascara. Let me get actually fully ready for my run this morning, and I'll be back and we'll talk about Cosmic Beauty's The Lovers palette. I am ready for my run. I'm actually really excited about this. This is going to be the first 5K that I'm hoping to run the entire thing. I've been doing the Couch to 5K app. So this is going to be kind of a monumental day. I'm dressed in all my Valentine's gear. Perfect timing to go over the Cosmic Beauty The Lovers palette. I love it. I love The Lovers. This palette is incredible. I love my eye look. It is so beautiful. The mattes, they're buttery, they're buildable, they're smooth, they're not patchy. Even these deep dark shades, especially purple, not patchy at all. The shimmers are insane. One of my favorite shimmer formulas comes from Cosmic Beauty, and I feel like every palette they put out gets better and better. And this is their first palette of 2025, so I'm very excited to see what continues to come out this year, but this is so good. I want to reach for this. I keep thinking about green looks that I want to create. My head is just spinning with all of the different looks that I want to do, which to me says that this is a palette that inspires me and that I want to reach for. So I'm very, very excited about this. I love my eye look. I love this palette. Cannot recommend it enough. Like I said, the palette itself is very affordable. The shipping is a little bit pricey, but honestly, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. And I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I'm probably going to create a green leaning look tomorrow with it because that's how excited the palette makes me. And that's a good sign for someone who has a lot of eyeshadow palettes. If I'm excited and want to reach for something, that's a really good sign. So let me know down below, did you pick up the Lovers palette? Do you want to pick up the Lovers palette? Let me know your thoughts down below. I will have it linked for you, as well as my favorite beauty subscription boxes, all of the makeup that I'm wearing today if you would like to shop this look, discounts to my favorite indie brands, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. Definitely, definitely recommend Cosmic Beauty's The Lovers.